Imagine a creature invading a fish's mouth. It bites the tongue, cuts blood flow, the organ withers away completely. Then the parasite attaches itself, functioning as a living replacement forever. Others seize brains, compelling suicide, crawl under skin in burning agony. What parasite earns the crown for ultimate horror? The number one will shock you deeply. Welcome to Top Wonder. Today, we count down the top 10 most terrifying parasites worldwide. These invaders infiltrate bodies silently, destroy organs, hijack minds. The threat escalates relentlessly. Science uncovers their strategies. Hidden enemies live among us. Number 10. Heartworm. Slender, thread-like white worms stretch up to 30 centimeters in length. Females appear thicker and longer than the slimmer males. Smooth, unsegmented body coils flexibly without rings or bristles. Adults cluster in the heart's right ventricle and pulmonary arteries, unlike intestinal parasites that twist in the gut. Heartworms thrive in warm, humid climates across the world, from North America to Asia and Africa. Mosquitoes act as vectors, picking up microfilariae from infected animals. Larvae enter new hosts through bites. They migrate through tissues, molting several times before reaching the heart months later. Pet owners take their dog for a routine walk in the park. The animal lags behind suddenly. Coughing starts deep and persistent. Exercise brings exhaustion quickly. Vets diagnose infection too late sometimes. Worms multiply, tangling arteries like ropes. Blood flow restricts severely. Lungs fill with fluid. Heart strains against blockage. Sudden collapse hits without warning. Death follows rapidly from failure. Rare human cases create lung nodules, mimicking cancer on scans. Doctors remove them surgically. This silent intruder turns the body's core pump into a choked, failing machine, stealing life gradually, then striking fatally in one devastating moment. Number 9. Trichinella spiralis. Tiny pale roundworms barely 1 to 4 millimeters long. Larvae curl tightly inside protective nerve cells in muscle tissue. Calcified cysts form hard capsules over time. Coiled posture distinguishes them from straight migratory nematodes like Ascaris. Trichinella species circulate among carnivores and omnivores in cold to temperate regions worldwide. Survive freezing unlike heat-sensitive parasites. Humans acquire from undercooked pork, bear, boar, or walrus meat. Larvae exist in stomach, mature intestines, then invade bloodstream. Backcountry hunters prepare fresh bear steak over campfire, medium rare for flavor. Days later, fever strikes suddenly. Muscles swell painfully with each movement. Heart beats irregularly inflamed. Breathing becomes labored under weight of insisted invaders. Eyes puff shut from edema, joints stiffen, chronic pain lingers years as cysts calcify permanently. Every flex reminds of microscopic prisoners embedded deep. This hidden muscle dweller turns the body's strength into a lifelong prison of throbbing inflammation and weakness. Number 8. Ascaris lumbricoides. Massive creamy white or pinkish roundworms with smooth cuticle. Females grow up to 35 centimeters long and pencil thick, males smaller with curved tails. Pointed ends and sheer size set them apart from thinner hookworms or pinworms. Ascaris eggs contaminate soil through human feces in poor sanitation areas across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Billions infected silently, eggs hardly survive years. Ingested via contaminated food, water, or dirty hands. Larvae hatch, penetrate intestinal wall, migrate via blood to lungs. Rural farmers tend vegetable gardens fertilized naturally. Children play nearby swallowing eggs unknowingly from soil. Adults mass in intestines blocking passage completely. Abdomen distends violently, pain cramps relentlessly. Vomiting expels writhing worms. Lung migration triggers intense cough with blood. Allergies flare asthma-like. Nutrients stolen stunt growth permanently. Giant intestinal occupiers transform digestion into chaotic battlefield of obstruction, malnutrition, and suffocating migration horror. Number 7. Acanthamoeba. Microscopic amoeba 15 to 45 micrometers with spiny acanthopodia for crawling. Forms tough double-walled cysts resisting desiccation and disinfectants. Free-living predator unlike obligate parasites that depend solely on hosts. Acanthamoeba inhabit soil, dust, freshwater lakes, pools, even tap water globally, thrives in warm stagnant conditions. Enters human body through corneal abrasions, inhaled dust, or contaminated contact lenses. Daily contact lens wearers rinse cases with tap water for convenience. Amoeba adheres eye surface unnoticed. Pseudopods burrow corneal layers swiftly. Intense stabbing pain erupts overnight. Vision blurs as ring-shaped ulcers deepen. Scars form blinding central cornea permanently. Light sensitivity tortures constantly. Rare nasal entry spreads brain, causing fatal granulomatous encephalitis, swelling lethally. Common environmental lurker turns routine hygiene into gateway for relentless site-eroding invasion, leaving darkness eternal. Number 6. Lymphatic filariasis worms. Delicate milky white thread-like adults for 2 to 10 centimeters long. Females thicker bearing live microfilariae, males thinner. Coil densely in lymphatic vessels and nodes, distinct from blood-dwelling parasites. Wuchereria bancrofti and Brugia species transmit via mosquito bites in tropical, subtropical zones Africa, Asia, Pacific Americas. Hundreds of millions carry chronically. Adults may release microfilariae circulating blood nocturnally for vector pickup. Coastal villagers sleep under nets inconsistently amid poverty. Bites accumulate over years, silently. Lymph flow obstructs gradually. Legs, arms swell massively, skin thickens elephant-like. Scrotum enlarges grotesquely in males, fever attacks recur painfully. Joints immobilize under weight, infections fester open wounds. Social stigma isolates sufferers deeply, daily life crumbles, mobility lost forever. Progressive blockers deform bodies irreversibly into swollen, distorted prisons of constant pain and isolation despair. From here, parasites evolve beyond damage. Seize total control, force host suicide. Replace organs functionally, domination absolute inescapable. The masters reveal themselves. Horror reaches new depths ahead. Number 5. Glyptopantales larvae. Dozens of tiny white grubs, each a few millimeters long, hatch simultaneously from wasp eggs. Pale and segmented, they feed carefully inside the host without killing early. Multiple larvae share one caterpillar, emerging through skin in synchronized bursts, unlike solitary parasites. Glyptopantales wasps target caterpillars in temperate and tropical forests across the Americas and beyond. Females sting hosts, injecting eggs along with a virus that suppresses immune response. Larvae develop internally, feeding on hemolymph while avoiding vital organs to keep the host alive longer. Forest hikers spot a plump caterpillar munching leaves normally one day. Suddenly, it stops, skin bulges unnaturally. Grubs erupt through multiple holes, writhing free to spin cocoons nearby. The caterpillar survives the exit. It stands guard over the pupae aggressively. Attacks any threat fiercely, refuses food, starving slowly. Dies exhausted protecting the brood that doomed it. This mind-altered bodyguard sacrifices everything, turning a free-living insect into a devoted slave, ensuring parasite survival in ultimate behavioral betrayal. Number 4. Horsehair worm. Extremely long, thin dark brown or black nematodes reach up to a meter in length. Hair-like body smooth and featureless, lacking segments or eyes. Adults free living in water, but larvae require insect hosts for development, unlike fully aquatic worms. Horsehair worms infect crickets, grasshoppers, and beetles in damp grasslands, stream sites, and forests worldwide. Larvae insist inside hosts after ingestion, grow massively, filling body cavity. Upon maturity, release chemicals manipulating host brain. Evening campers hear a cricket chirping near a pond. The insect behaves oddly, it approaches water edge restlessly. suddenly leaps in, struggles briefly, drowns deliberately. Longworm bursts from body, coiling free to swim away mating. The land-dwelling host sacrifices itself instinctively. Compelled suicide releases the parasite perfectly, turning a terrestrial life into aquatic victim orchestrated by internal command and chilling forced self-destruction. Number 3. Ophiocordyceps unilateralis. Dense white hyphae infiltrate every tissue. Orange or brown fruiting stalk erupts from the head like a twisted antenna. Spores cluster at the tip for wine dispersal. Fungus consumes host internally, unlike external molds. Ophiocordyceps unilateralis specializes on carpenter ants and humid rainforests of Thailand, Brazil, and other tropical areas. Spores land on ant cuticle, germinate, releasing chemicals that alter brain function fatally. Manipulates behavior precisely for optimal spore spread. Foraging ant brushes against a spore on leaf litter. Infection takes hold silently. Days later, it marches unnaturally upward. Climbs vegetation high above ground, bites into leaf vein centrally. Locks jaws in permanent death grip. Fungus erupts from head, raining spores onto trails below. The elevated corpse becomes a propagation platform. Thriving colony turns into silent graveyard of suspended zombies, each ensuring fungal success in horrifying behavioral takeover. Number 2. Guinea Worm. Fiery red slender females grow nearly a meter long, thin as cooked spaghetti, coiled tightly under skin forming raised blisters. Larvae microscopic, released in millions upon water contact, unlike shorter intestinal worms. Guinea worms persist in remote villages with contaminated stagnant ponds in sub-Saharan Africa and remnants elsewhere. Humans ingest copepods carrying larvae in drinking water. Larvae develop over a year. Female migrates to lower limbs emerging painfully. A rural farmer drinks untreated pond water daily for survival. Months pass unnoticed. Suddenly, blister swells on leg intensely. Skin ruptures in searing agony, worm protrudes slowly. Extraction winds centimeters daily over weeks. Immersion in water triggers explosive larvae release, restarting vicious cycle. Month-long burning emergence disables walking completely. Victims endure unrelenting pain with no quick relief, turning simple hydration into gateway for excruciating dermal invasion. Number 1. Cymothoa Exigua. Pale grayish-white isopod crustacean 3 to 4 centimeters long. Oval flattened body with 7 pairs of legs and sharp claws. Juveniles enter through gills, females mature and attach permanently, unlike temporary external parasites. Cymothoa exigua targets spotted rose snapper and other fish in tropical coastal waters worldwide. Invades via gills as juvenile, clamps onto tongue base. Severs blood vessels deliberately, tongue atrophies and falls off completely. Coastal fishermen haul in fresh snapper for market. They open the mouth routinely. There sits the isopod, protruding exactly where tongue should be. It moves naturally with jaw. Fish continue swimming, hunting, feeding normally. Parasite draws blood sustenance while integrated forever. The host lives on with a borrowed, living replacement organ. Soul-known creature steals and functionally replaces a vital structure, turning predator into permanent hybrid vessel of parasitic fusion horror. Parasites unveil nature's masterful horrors. From mind hijack to organ replacement, evolution astonishes darkly. This list exposes invasions to close, which disturbed you profoundly. Comment below, like for hidden dangers, subscribe to Top Wonder. Invisible worlds invade silently.